Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I figured I would walk you through 5 ways to style that basic, boring white sweater. I think we all have one of these hanging in our closets. So I hope that today gives you some inspiration on how you can restyle something as boring and basic as a white sweater to reimagine it in different ways and also to help you fall back in love with what you already own. All right, let's talk about the sweater I'm going to be styling today. As I said, I think most of us have a version of a white sweater hanging in our closets, but for me, it's going to be this crew neck cashmere version. If you guys have gaps in your closet, I will list and link this down below, but everything else I'm not going to list because again, I want to encourage you to shop your own closet, put together outfits with a white sweater that makes sense for your lifestyle. All right, so outfit number 1 includes styling them with a great pair of wide leg jeans, which I happen to be wearing right now. So you'll see, like, if you wear a sweater like this untucked over jeans, it just feels and looks kind of boring, right? So when we look in the mirror, it's like, oh, I hate this outfit. It's so boring. My whole closet's boring. I have nothing to wear, therefore I have to shop. When the reality is we can start making these really tiny tweaks to the sweater and then start building an outfit that looks and feels like us. So first thing I'm going to recommend is we give that sweater a nice tuck because right off the bat, that's going to help create some definition at the waist. So visually, it already looks more interesting. Second, we're also going to cuff and roll the sleeves. I like to do this because I love to wear bracelets, watches, jewelry on my wrists. And it's, to me, another layering piece that really adds that interest to an outfit. From there, I'm going to layer. So for me, that's going to include a blazer. This is one I've shown you before. This was my mom's. She very generously let me steal this from her closet. So I love the fact that it is a nice fall-inspired print with the plaid. So right off the bat, I'm adding more visual interest on top of that white sweater. But you'll notice I'm doing a couple things. Again, we're cuffing and rolling the sleeves because I want to show off my jewelry, yes. But then I also have noticed when it comes to me personally, I like to be showing some sort of skin. I don't mean like skirts up to here or tops down to there with things spilling out. When I say I like showing skin, I literally mean like a little bit of my wrist. Just because it helps break up the outfit and again, starts creating more visual interest. Now, you probably can't tell, but underneath the jeans, I'm wearing a pair of knee-high boots. I should have mentioned that earlier. But the reason why I love a knee-high or over-the-knee boot with a wide leg jean is that it actually fits underneath the wide leg jean, right? So I can style these boots in a variety of ways. You can style this look with any boot you have, any shaft height that you prefer. From there, I am layering on a great crossbody bag. And purses like this, crossbody bags especially, act as another layer on our outfit, right? So again, it's creating that depth. It's creating that interest. We come up with this really beautiful outfit that looks good, feels good, it's function meets fashion. And to me, that's what makes the perfect fall and winter outfit. The second outfit is going to include another pair of jeans, but this time I'm going to go with a skinny leg because I want to do a couple different things here. So once again, you'll notice that when you wear a sweater, a basic boring white sweater, untucked with a pair of skinny jeans, you are once again thinking boring, underwhelming, uninspiring, lame, whatever. So the first thing we're going to do is, once again, we're going to tuck that sweater in because I want to create that waist definition. I'm also going to cuff and roll the sleeves because I want to show off that jewelry. So when it came to deciding which boots to wear, for me, it was a no-brainer. I went with those over-the-knee boots, the same pair I wore with the wide leg jeans. For me, being 5 feet 4.5 inches tall, it's a way to elongate my legs to create this really beautiful, long, lean look, which I personally love. Now, when it came to picking out a layering piece, at first I thought, well, I could easily go with that blazer, the plaid blazer, but just to use more of what I have, I landed on this cropped corduroy jacket here. I love a cropped jacket because it's another way I'm creating height to my frame. I think it's a really chic look. Also, my jacket happens to be corduroy, so it's that beautiful fall and winter inspired texture. When it came to picking out a bag, I decided to go with the crossbody again, but when I first styled it, I actually had the crossbody over the jacket, and then I was like, it's just kind of like, it's too much. So all I did was take off the jacket, put on the crossbody, then put the jacket on again. So that way that crossbody bag's just kind of like peeking out from the side. So it's adding another layer, but it's kind of sandwiched in with the rest of them. It's very nondescript, it's very quiet, and pulled together all these elements I feel like embody that quiet luxury where nothing's screaming for attention, nothing's competing, everything's just playing really, really well together. This next outfit really leans into the whole athleisure, even luxury vibe, which you guys know I love. And what I enjoy most about this outfit is that most of the time we don't necessarily think about pairing a really beautiful white sweater, as boring and basic as it can be, with something as super casual as a pair of sweatpants, right? Like that's kind of a strange combination, but it looks really, really cool. So for me, I'm styling that sweater with these high-rise wide leg sweatpants. And so the first thing we're gonna do, again, I know I sound like a broken record, is tuck it in and roll and cuff the sleeves because I want that waist definition. I wanna be able to show off my layers of jewelry. You could stop right there. You could add just a sleek trainer, be out the door, boom. But we're gonna zhuzh it up with another layering piece. And this time I decided to go with a black leather jacket. The reason I'm going with a leather jacket versus something like denim or even wool or cotton twill, all great options, right? But I want to add a little bit of edge to this outfit. And by layering on my leather jacket, I can do that instantaneously. And then instead of going with just like a casual nylon belt bag or something sporty, grab a beautiful structured bag, again, to add a little bit of tension, a little bit of interest. There's just enough contrast going on in this outfit where it seems really intentional and not something that's too contrived. So the next outfit is kind of similar to the one we just styled, but we're just going to make a couple swaps. So instead of the black sweatpants, I'm going with a pair of black wide leg trousers. This is a look that I see repeated many times, especially in the working world, where people just throw on a sweater over a pair of trousers and then add a whatever shoe, and then they're out the door. There's so much more you can do with these pieces to add visual interest, to get that Pinterest-worthy look. And it starts by, you guessed it, tucking the sweater in, cuffing and rolling the sleeves. Right off the bat, once more, waist definition. You're showing some skin. You're just letting that outfit breathe. You're adding air between all of these pieces, which is a simple thing to do just to add that interest. Now for me, I'm going with a nice black heel just to, add a little bit of polish. I love wearing heels for dressier occasions. I think it's a beautiful look, but for you, it might be a booty, it might be a flat, whatever suits you most. From there, you could do something as simple as just add a beautiful belt to give this outfit some polish. You're out the door, call it a day. But for me, just looking in the mirror, it was feeling a little too like corporate banker to me. If that's your vibe, rock it. That's just not really my aesthetic. So the first thing I did was take off the belt. And then I decided to add the leather jacket once again because it creates that contrast, that interest. Most importantly, it creates a little bit of edge. It's just going to kind of quietly disappear in the background and add to the overall aesthetic instead of overwhelming it. Okay, guys, and the fifth way to style a basic, boring white sweater is to layer it over a sleeveless knit dress. Now, obviously, when you first do this, it looks and feels to me kind of frumpy, so we're going to make some tweaks. Number one, I'm going to take that sweater and basically tuck it in and underneath itself. I'm looking for a way to create a cropped look because that's a way I can create the illusion of a longer leg on my frame. The only thing I did to that sweater to secure it is I kind of made a little knot, if you will, and then I secured it with an elastic hairband and then tucked the knot in. When it came to shoes, I decided just to default to that classic black heel. And then from there, I'm using that leather jacket once again for two reasons. Number one, I want to show you like how many different ways we can style multiple pieces in our wardrobe to get multiple looks out of them. So whether it's a basic boring white sweater or a leather jacket, there's so many ways we can style what we already have to create these really beautiful outfits that make us fall back in love with what we already own and negate the frenzied feeling we have that we must buy in order to get the closet of our dreams. I was in the process of editing this when I came up with another idea. Okay, so here I want to combine the sweater with blacks and also browns. I think the default is always to just wear black shoes with black pants, but I love the idea of incorporating these beautiful contrasts, black and brown together in an outfit, and then using the white sweater as a way to pop some lightness in between those two colors. So obviously, first thing I'm going to do, you guessed it, cuff the sleeves, tuck it in. I keep doing this because to me, having that waist definition and showing some skin is really how I feel most comfortable in an outfit. I also think it's most flattering on me. And then the other thing I want to do is play into the fact that I am wearing brown boots with this outfit. So I'm going to add a belt and it's going to be wider, but you'll notice it's going to be brown. So I'm matching my belt to my shoes again to add that contrast, black and brown, because it is kind of unexpected, right? And that's what makes an outfit like this really interesting, even though at the end of the day, all we're doing is combining a bunch of neutrals together. So when it came to deciding, all right, if I'm wearing this outfit out and about, what am I going to pair on top of it? I defaulted to my favorite unlined wool coat. You guys have seen this so many times before. But again, instead of going with like a white coat or a black coat, I wanted to stick with a beautiful brown, just playing into the shoes, the belt, tying that together. And then you'll see I also added the tan colored crossbody. Again, another pop of brown. So altogether, love how this turned out because it is that unexpected combination that kind of bucks against what we would typically do, which would be to go with black accessories to highlight the black pants. Okay, guys, that'll do it for 5 ways to style a basic, boring white sweater. I hope you guys found this video useful and also that it inspired you to get in your closet, play around in there, come up with different outfit combinations to help you fall back in love with what you already own. But in any event, thank you guys so much for spending your time with me today. I hope you're having a good one, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.